There's a really funny line too at one point where I think when Chris Evans is saying, you think we're going to give up our birthright, our ancestral home, ancestral home, and Daniel Craig starts laughing. He's like, he bought this house in the 80s. What are you talking about? This isn't your ancestral home. This is a fucking house that he bought because he was rich, you dickhead.
Right.
There's a lot.
Pop your balloon.
It's just there's a lot. There's so much. I actually feel like even on first glance, you really can't appreciate how good the script is and how good the dialogue is. This is one of those movies that will get richer and richer every time you watch it.
Two thumbs up. Fine holiday fun.
I do have. All right. So do you have any other lows?
That was everything.
I actually had to think for a while because I really didn't have any lows coming out of this movie. I was just kind of like, I can't really think of anything I didn't like or anything to really complain about.
Right.
One thing I did think about, this may be solved by watching this movie again, just to really nail down exactly what the timeline was. But one thing that I was thinking about is, okay, so there's the housekeeper character who has the toxicology report. She stashes one away, and that's how,
Right, that's how she was able to figure out that it was actually the ransom.
But what I'm saying is that, so there's this whole scene where she sends the tox report, who we think Marta's getting it.
But she's actually sending it to Chris
But it's
Evans.
actually being sent to Chris Evans, right?
Yeah.
And
she's on to him.
And now we go back through the entire thing and we reveal what happened. And we reveal that Chris Evans went and met with her first because she was on to him. And he ends up attacking her and injecting her with morphine. And he's the reason that he's the one that kills her, essentially. So where I'm sorry, I'm trailing off. But where I'm going with this is that it's established very, very clearly in the scene with Christopher Plummer that once the injection of morphine is given, they're going to die within 10 minutes. Now, when did Chris Evans meet up with this chick? Because there's a whole scene where they go
Wasn't it the funeral? You weren't at the funeral, but you're early for the will reading, and they show at the funeral the only other person that was in the house when he comes to exchange the drugs was the maid. She saw him.
But what I'm saying
when did he meet with her after?
But wait a second. What I'm saying is when Marta gets to her, she's still alive. When Marta gets to, when they're in that that laundry room, and she's like, "Oh, you have this tox report, and whoever you are."
Didn't he drop her off? Like they were in the car together, and then he dropped her off or something. And
but what I'm saying is, whatever the timeline is, I don't think he injected her 10 minutes before Marta showed up. I think there's clearly a plot hole in terms of the timeline of when did Chris Evans?
I think I would need to rewatch it again to feel like I can make a better determination.
So what I'm saying is that Chris Evans picks up Marta, or Marta picks up Chris Evans. They get in a car. They go to where they think they're going to get the tox report, and you see that building is on fire. And they're both sitting in the car, and they're like, "Oh my God, the thing has been torched." And now he's saying, whoever sent this letter is the only person left that has proof against you. We got to find them. And that's when Daniel Craig sees them and they go on that chase, which actually
she says, "Can we make a stop at this address?" Because she has the thing with the address on
it. This is what I'm trying to say.
So at some point between when they went to the medical examiner's office and saw it on fire,
but she was in the car.
When she got there is when Chris Evans got there.
But that wasn't 10 minutes. She was in the car with Chris Evans for the entire time, pulling up to that place, getting in that car chase. They take him at one point, they put him in the car and they go to interrogate him. So what I'm trying to say is that if Chris Evans met with her at some point in that laundromat and injected her with morphine, because they show it, they literally do a close-up of the morphine to be like, it's the same thing that killed Harlan. It would have had to have been that she would have died within 10 minutes. And it just doesn't seem like it makes sense in the timeline.
It would seem like she'd probably be dead already by the time Marta got there.
Marta couldn't have got there and found her and revived her or tried to revive her.
Maybe. I feel like I'd have to rewatch to make a better determination on that.
And again, the way the entire sequence starts is she's at Chris Evans' house and she's showing him the thing and being
it says, "I know what you did."
And he's looking at it and he's going, "Okay, it's only the top. It's only the top of it, and that means somebody's got your toxicology report, and if they give this to them, they're going to see that he was injected with morphine and that's what killed him. So we have to go to the place where this is." Now they must have gotten the car and driven to where the toxicology report was, and the medical examiner's office, and that place is burnt down. So think about it like this: Chris Evans and Marta are at Chris Evans' house. Then they're in a car in front of the medical examiner's house. Then they go on a high-speed chase. Then when the high-speed chase ends, the cops take him away into custody.
Right.
When did he inject her for 10 minutes that she's... That's the only
Maybe somebody
thing,
else did it.
It shows the whole scene where she's
that's true,
saying
he's there.
where she's going.
I know
I
she
knew
said
it was
Hugh
you.
did it. She said Hugh did it, but it does show him there.
And then she's going, "Don't come near me, don't come near me." And he grabs her and you see him give the injection to her, and she's going, "I knew it was you, you shitbag." He gives her the shot, and you see the close up of the morphine, and then that's the whole thing where he says, when she lies,
it doesn't make sense when he would have done that.
When did he do it? It couldn't have been within a 10-minute window.
No.
That's the only part of the movie that, like, as I'm thinking about the plot and how intricately it was written, it's the one thing that I'm thinking about. That I'm like, well, when the fuck did he give her that shot within a 10-minute period that
Right.
Marta could have found her and revived her?